My name is Scott Nugent. I'm a trans man. I'm that trans man that was in Matt Walsh's What is a Woman Coming Out Against Medically Transitioning Kids. And there's been something on my heart for a long, long time. And I know that this is going to make a lot of people angry. It's probably going to cause a lot of chaos coming from me. But I think that it needs to be said. And I stood up for being against medically transitioning children. People thought I was crazy at that point. And I think that people are going to think that I'm crazy at this point, too, with what I'm going to say. I believe that medical transition for all adults and all children needs to be halted and banned immediately until we get psychological evaluations in place to ensure that the trans violence that we are seeing stops. So about 6 years ago, I warned that trans violence was going to be a problem. And not for all transgender people. Please don't think that. And we got to stop thinking black and white. But there's too many for us not to say anything. I woke up this morning and saw another one with Kavanaugh's assassin. And as I go through the shooters just in the last couple of years, some of the violence, we've got Robin Westman, who, was the one that went into the Catholic Church and shot up all the parishioners there. We've got Moses Lopez, who stabbed a cab driver. We've got Sarah Jane Baker, which is, somebody that murdered somebody, went to jail, and then, called for everybody who is against transgender rights to kind of punch him in the face like TERFs, J.K. Rowling. We've got Audrey Aiden Hale, was a trans man that went into another school shooting. We've got the trans that attacked Chris, Billboard Chris. We've got the trans that attacked Posey Parker. We can keep going down. We've got Anderson Lee Aldridge, who was a Colorado shooter. We've got the other Colorado shooter, Alex McKinney. We've got Aberdeen Snoochie Mosley, who is a shooter. We've got Evie Amati took an axe to people in a convenience store. So this is going to get worse. And I know people are not going to want to hear this, but let me break down why. I'm going to read a post, so I'm going to kind of be reading while I'm talking to you, but I want to get it all out. The reason why I believe that medical transition for adults and children should be halted. And I'll do it too. I stopped taking hormones for a long time. On What is a Woman? I've been on hormones for almost 3 years. So that's okay for me. I think the safety of society needs to come first. And I think we have too many people that are mentally unstable that are medically transitioning. So this is the post. It might be time to talk about a massive ban on all medical transition, including adults worldwide. I'm starting to believe that the administration administering synthetic hormones and surgery should be halted immediately until a comprehensive psychological evaluation can be developed and implemented to ensure that we identify those who are not suitable candidates. At this point, I would even support an outright ban on all medical transitions. I share this as a trans man. And let me tell you, this is not easy to do. It's not easy to do. There's absolutely no community that will accept me. The Christians won't accept me because I won't declare myself a Christian or detrans. I do not accept the trans or LGBTQ community. This is standing alone, but somebody's got to stand up and talk about what's happening. Now, again, this doesn't apply to all trans people, but when you are mentally ill and you pump massive cross-sex hormones, validate delusions, and create a society that must adhere to these delusions, well, you're creating kind of a cornered cat, aren't you? And as with any personality disorders, and I again, not all, I think a lot of these people that medically transition have personality disorders and are abusive. I would love to know what J.K. Rowling thinks about this. She's been in an abusive relationship. When you are in an abusive relationship where you have to adhere to everything that they believe and they are so controlling, when you try to take back that control, what's happening in society right now? We are trying to take back that control. We're trying to get trans women out of sports. We're trying to create more, solve the chaos a little bit. And they are acting like cornered cats. They're acting like people with personality disorders that just kind of notch it up, notch it up, notch it up, notch it up until people start dying. And it has already happened. And it's not going to stop. It's going to keep getting worse, just like I said with the medically transitioning children. And what concerns me is our black and white mentality in our society. We've got social media stars that are monetizing these, radical right and left solutions instead of just saying, hey, we have a problem. We need to go at this with some dignity, some care. We need to perhaps ban all medical transitions, synthetic hormones, all of it, until we can get a comprehensive test goes in and ensure that we are not putting society at risk. And currently, right now, we are at risk. And as of October, I'm going to open myself up to start speaking again. If you can go on my website, scottnugent.org. Anytime I get donations in enough to travel, I will do so. I will do the speeches. I don't charge for those. I think this might be another fight that we need to take on. It's going to be a big one.